And so, luckily there was no one behind, because I'm in shock right now. And I just kind of, you know, I just put my foot down up on the curb and just kind of, you know, walked it along. I'm just like, wow, I just got hit, or, you know, whatever. Technically I hit him. Yes, I hit him. He was in a GMC pickup, and I'm on a little 450-pound motorcycle. But so, and then I get into that, I think it's a CC's restaurant. CC's in a Western Sizzlin', aka Mackie McNear's. And so I get in there, and my dad's already pulled off in there. He's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And then my mom pulls in there. She's like, "What happened? What happened?" And we look around, and the guy in the pickup has executed his illegal U-turn, proceeded to go into the 7-Eleven parking lot, woo, and is now, you know, swiping his credit card and filling up his tank. And I'm kind of like, well, I guess he didn't feel me. Like I said, he's in a big pickup. I'm on a little motorcycle. I guess he's turning around. So he just, and so finally, I guess he realizes that, you know, oh. And he even told me, like, well, I thought I felt a little bump. Yeah, a little bump. That's all I am, I guess. Just a little bump in the road to you. You and your big pickup. But so he kind of finally figures it out and cancels out. He puts the thing back, the pump back, and goes and gets in his truck and comes over to us and he goes, are you guys okay? What happened? And so my dad immediately runs over there and says, "Hey, hit your brake lights for me, will you?" He does, and my dad affirms to what I already was pretty sure. He's like, "Yeah, you got no brake lights." Well, then I dismount off the motorcycle and realize, oh my God, my leg hurts so bad. What had happened was the frame slider bounced the bike off of the bumper, but it still clipped my leg, and it literally ripped my leg off the peg, and I hit the back of my calf on the passenger peg. Thanks, sir. But so my leg it wasn't bloody, but it was, you know, kinda, I wasn't really bleeding, but I mean there was a little bit of blood. You know, kinda like a scrape. And you can, you know, wipe, and there's just a little bit. But it hurt. It hurt bad. I'm not gonna turn that weight. And so, I mean, it hurt enough that I was limping for a while. And so we called the cops and asked them to come out. 30 minutes later, a cop finally rolls up. Big old fat guy gets out of his black and white Suburban. "Oh, you guys have a problem here?" "Yeah." Well, long story short, you know, my bike had the integrated, you know, side blinker on the fairing was scratched all up. The mirror was scratched all up. The bar end here was scratched up. This was scratched up. The frame slider got, you know, ripped back, almost off. It had torn the bolt kind of halfway through. So the frame slider ripped back and split the fairings in half. That sucked. And then it ripped the, you know, banking, they call it a banking sensor. But you know that little bolt that comes out of the end of your foot peg? It ripped that off. and then it scratched up the end of my passenger peg. That was about it. All in all, it cost me about, I think, $1,500. If I was going to be picky and replace everything, it would have cost me about $1,500. But I didn't replace everything, so it only cost me about $6. Well, the cop didn't say anything. The cop was terrible, but I didn't get a ticket. He did. He got a ticket. And in the accident report, it says, you know, was this person, you know, was the, you know, driver A, which was me, doing this, or this, and one of those was following too closely, and it did not have it, you know, checked off or whatever. So, no, I was not following too closely. The officer said, guy on the motorcycle is not at fault. Me, the guy on the motorcycle, said, no, I'm not at fault. He was at fault. The guy driving the pickup, little 18-year-old kid, said, yeah, it was my fault. Well, guess what happened when we got in contact with his insurance company? Oh, you were following too closely, we're not liable. Everybody up to and including the driver said it was his own fault, except for his insurance company. They said it was my fault. Now, I dented up his bumper and ripped a piece of it off. So, you know, if it was my fault, then why hasn't his insurance company, this was probably 4 months ago. If it was my fault, why hasn't his insurance company come after me for fixing his car? Yeah, that's what I thought. So no, it was his fault. The insurance company just didn't want to pay. And I knew it the second they said that. They don't believe it was my fault. They just said that because they don't want to pay. The repairs we did was only, you know, $600-700, and you know, they're willing to fight that. And if we win, if we get a judge who is sympathetic, if we win, congratulations, we have $600 to pay for the motorcycle repairs, but now we have lawyer fees, court fees, etc., etc. And then we have to fight with the insurance company to get that paid for. And it's just a big hassle for not quite that much money. It's not a drop in the bucket money, but compared to the hassle, yeah, it kind of is. So, this was about 4 months ago, and we just let it go. And on principle, I hate that we just let it go, but I didn't want to go through the hassle. But that's the story of my wreck. I did not go down. I got hit, or rather I hit, because of his mistakes, a big old GMC pickup, and I did not go down. Can you say that? Alright guys, well, I will leave you now. So, have a good rest of the day. Go check out some of my other videos. If you liked my other videos or this one, hit like. There's a little button down here, hit like. Also up here, you can hit subscribe. Don't hit dislike. Subscribe, like, maybe comment if you want. Totally comment. I like it when I get comments. But anyways, guys, I'll see you later. And hope you enjoyed watching.